Hey, you Murderphoniacs. This is your host, Tony Ciaglia, the serial killer whisperer. And this is Murder Phone, Season 6, Episode 1, Getting to Know Bianchi. Asshole.
Do you think?
Gosh, it's great to be back, isn't it?
Yes, it is. I love it.
I do too.
I missed it.
Me too.
Right?
I miss this room.
Yeah, look what Scott's done.
It's awesome.
It's beautiful.
Mm-hmm. You know what?
Great job, Scott.
I miss looking at you too.
Oh, God. Please.
Well, thanks for staying with us and being loyal fans. I'm so pleased to have my co-host back with me. As you all know, he's my dad, my mentor, and my best friend.
Eh?
Hey! Well, he's had some medical issues, and that's what slowed us down getting back to you guys. But he's doing well. He's doing better than well. Right?
I love you.
I love you. He's doing better than well. And he's back in living color. So, everybody, I got some demands for this. So, by popular demand, the introduction that went from infamous to now fucking legendary.
Oh, again. Yeah?
Here we go. Hold on a second. I've got a drink.
Water for this?
Yes.
You had some legendary introductions.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah. I'm not sure which one this is, but Rocket.
This is for the people.
I know.
You know, this is what the people want.
Okay.
So I'm going to give it to them.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're here to talk about a legend. Those of you who have listened or watched Murder Phone religiously know it's the greatest fucking true crime podcast series ever created.
Yes.
And have become quite familiarized with his legacy. Women dream of being with him romantically. Gay and straight men of different color, religion, and age want to be just like him and get to know him on a personal and very, very sexual level. Families name their pets after him. Just imagine that. Hey, Coxman, come here, Coxman. Good boy, right?
Yeah.
God, that would be awesome. Pee Wee Herman got caught jacking off in a public theater again, but this time he was screaming the Coxman's name over and over again. That ruined Pee Wee Herman's career. This is when I get serious. Since when Do we live in a world where jacking off in a public theater is frowned upon? Since when? Since when should it be frowned upon? At worst, maybe at worst, you should be issued a ticket by law enforcement. But by no means should it ruin your fucking career. To the late and great Pee Wee Herman, God bless you. Hey, I was on your side. They just made The Rock a superhero and named him Black Adam. I hear Marvel is in the creative stage of creating their next superhero called the Roman Coxman. God, you'd look good in a cape.
I have one.
I know this was all written, though, before.
Yes,
you
it
had
was.
the cape.
I know you brought it back. This is the one.
Yes. You'd look good in a cape, though, flying around the Las Vegas skyline, saving people from the bad element of society. Amazing. Just amazing. Well, whether you're in a cape or not, you're still my superhero. Here he is, the one and only, the fucking Coxman. Woohoo!
Thank you, buddy. Thank you. So that was a great one.
Yeah.
That was.
There you go, for the people.
And because of that, I got a cape, right?
Yes, you did.
Yes, I did.
And you'll be wearing it again.
Oh, yeah.
Flying in here.
I just want to thank everybody out there for being patient. And I want to thank Tony for being patient. Yeah, he could have kicked me to the fucking curb, let's face it.
Never.
Old Elise, you know. But he just said, take your time, Dad. It's okay. Right?
Yeah. Besides,
So thank you.
people who are patient,
Yeah.
they get good things tenfold.
Oh, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
You're right.
Yes.
And I did have some health problems. Health problems. Does he still write? Oh no, senor. He has health problems.
The Big Lebowski.
You got very good.
Yeah,
Very
that wasn't
good.
written in there.
No, it just says health problems came to my mind. That was good. But I had some health problems during the break, but I am back and I'm as good as new. Whatever that means at my age, I am as good as new and ready to just kick ass here. Right?
Right.
And thank you
You're welcome.
for everything. I appreciate it.
God bless you.
Now I got to talk about the Rolling Stones, and everybody out there is going to say, what the fuck did they do? Are they part of the show? No, they're not.
It'd be great.
But I have to talk about them because I have been a Rolling Stones fan for 60 years. Think of that, guys. My wife and I saw them in 1965 in Chicago.
And deadbeat date that was.
It's your mother.
Oh, shit.
I hope she doesn't listen to this one. But anyway, I saw him in 1965, and I've probably seen him over 40 times since then. Favorite group, I love them. So they just came here on May 11th, and they played at Allegiant. And we all went. See, I took the boys when they were young, and I created Rolling Stones fans.
1986.
Right? Yes, you even got the date.
Yeah.
So Joey and Tony love them too. We all went. Joey, his wife, Tony, me, my wife. We had some friends with us. It was awesome. And I didn't know what to expect, guys. I really didn't. They're 80 years old, and I thought, well, I'm still going to see them. It's probably the last time. They were unbelievable. They played 19 songs. Jagger's running all over the stage like he always did. The sound was great. The band was tight. It was amazing. And I don't know if you guys know this, but they came out with an album. It's called Hackney Diamonds. All original stuff. And they're 80 years old.
Are you kidding? Who cares? Jagger's still fucking 30-year-olds on the reg. Didn't he? He just got a woman pregnant.
He just had another baby.
A 36-year-old.
Yeah. He's keeps them going, I guess.
Yeah.
But anyway, the show was amazing. But I was sitting in there and I'm thinking, I got to get off my lazy fucking ass and get going. These guys are 80, in their 80s. They're out there, they're rocking it, man, for over 2 hours, 19 songs. And I'm sitting there watching them, and I'm thinking to myself, all right, so I had a few problems. Get off the fucking couch, start writing, and let's go. So here I am, folks. Murder phone. Right?
Right.
Damn right. All right, Tony, why don't you tell them, just give them a news update what went on while we were off, okay?
I will.
Thanks.
I will.
Thank you.
Well, here's an update, you guys, from Francine, who we all have been praying for. This is a text we got from her on May 7th. It's been a month since surgery, so I guess an update is in order. The pathology report after surgery found no evidence of cancer in any of the organs they tested. That's amazing. Be sure and pass on to your Aunt Carol the role her message to Tony played. I'm so grateful. I'm forever grateful for the prayers and kind wishes from everyone who even just whispered my name in hope. Spring is finally here. Thank gosh.
Yeah.
Doesn't she?
She's in
She lives in.
I don't want to say where she lives, but
Mhm.
yeah. And
It's cold there.
Yeah, it's cold.
And it's good to see sunshine, enjoy friends and family, and be alive. Please greet the family and enjoy every day you're given. We are all blessed. Yes, we are, Francine.
Yes. Please keep your prayers coming because she's really got a long recovery ahead of her. A long, tough road. So just keep the prayers coming and
And we have a very good friend back in Dallas that is also fighting cancer right now. If you could say a prayer for Dennis, it would be helpful. God bless you, Dennis.
we go way back.
Yeah.
And he's a great guy. So
He was around when I was a kid.
He's a tough dude. I know he'll beat it.
On another note, Teresa is a long-time murderphoniac, but lately has upped her support to the platinum level on Buy Me a Coffee. Thank you, Teresa.
Thank you, Teresa.
Thank you so much for your continuous support.
Absolutely.
Our good friend John from Texas. This is awesome. Our good friend John from Texas told us that his bull that he named the Coxman, fuck yes, made his debut in his first competition. He didn't win, but he had a great showing. He's still a baby, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Two, I think.
John expects great things from him and said it was quite a sight seeing the coxman in lights up on the board.
I want to see that.
Uh-huh.
I want to see that.
That's great.
Thank you,
it?
John. Yeah, it's great. I was laughing when you said about naming their pets the coxman. He named his bull the coxman.
Uh-huh.
How's that for being impressive?
Could you see like a little boy out in the front yard? Go get it, coxman. Go get it. Bring it back, coxman.
Yeah.
Boy, who knows? This fucked up world we live in now, I could see fucking pets named coxman. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what's wrong with that?
Oh, nothing. Nothing.
Okay. Thank you.
Well, while we were on our break, I unfortunately had some bouts of depression, some worse than others. And there was one day in particular that stands out. I had 6 petit mal seizures, which is weird because it's been like over 20 years since I had one of those seizures. And I don't know, it started at like 6 a.m. and they just progressively kind of got worse throughout the day, and then they stopped. But yeah.
Thank God.
Yeah.
They stopped.
Talk about sucking.
Yeah.
Right?
And your depression was up and down, but came out of nowhere. Just the way you describe it.
Yeah. Like you were telling Scott.
Yeah.
When we got here.
Yeah.
It's like I'm going and, kicking ass. Everything is great. And then it just comes over me and you can see it in my eyes. It's like I change. I completely change. Let's talk about season 6 now, okay? And what we have in store for you Murderphoniacs. This season, we're going to talk about a guy that is in jail for 10 murders in L.A. and 2 in Bellingham, Washington. His name is Kenneth Alicio Bianchi, and he is one of the Hillside Stranglers. He's currently doing life with the possibility of parole.
That's some bullshit, man.
Isn't it?
Oh, God. Yeah.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah, it's fucking bullshit. We will cover his early years, how he was raised, what his biological mother and adopted mother were like. I will share phone calls that I had with both Ken and his mother, Frances Bianchi, along with the many letters that Ken sent over the years. Dr. James Fallon. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
Fucking
a genius.
Yeah. Incredible.
And a great guy. He really is.
He is. James Fallon will weigh in on what creates a psychopath and his take on nature versus nurture. Dr. Fallon, he's beyond brilliant, everybody. But he explains things in layman's terms so we can all understand the complexity of the brain. Through it all, Ken claims He's innocent. And never once takes off the mask that serial killers hide behind. There are many things that have to come together to create a monster. And Ken can wear as many masks as he fucking wants. But he can't hide the monster he really is. So, here we have an innocent man in prison for life for doing nothing. You know, after getting to know this guy, I think Bianchi should have a life sentence. Not for murder, but for being the biggest narcissistic asshole I have ever dealt with in my life. Dad.
Bianchi.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great job, Tony. You summed it up perfectly.
What? That he's the biggest narcissistic asshole I've ever met and should be put to fucking death?
Well, that too. But I'm referring to the part about the claiming of innocence. He always wanted to tell his story to the world and show that he's innocent. Let's give him that chance, Tony. You remember after all the favors you did for him, Bianchi said that you could use all this information that he supplied you with, the koalas, the letters, the bullshit, all the information that he made available, you could use it any way you wanted. You remember?
Mm-hmm.
He said if you could ever get his whole story out to the world, he would applaud you for it. Well, start fucking clapping, Ken. Start applauding, because that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to handle this season like a trial.
A trial?
Yeah, a trial. Ken will act as the defense attorney, as he always did, right? Lying, and lying some more, over and over again about the facts in order to prove that he's innocent. Defense attorney, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now, Tony and I will act as the prosecution. We will be the prosecutors, and we will present the case that proves that Ken Bianchi is a lying, psychopathic serial killer that ruthlessly killed 12 innocent girls. And he is right where he belongs. No, actually, that's wrong. He should be on death row, not sitting pretty in fucking protective custody. The Murderphoniacs all over the world will be our jury, and they will be able to communicate their feelings if he's guilty or not. I can't believe this guy's up for parole again in 2025. You know, what the fuck is that all about? You remember the last time he was up for parole?
Mm-hmm.
2010. 2010. You were dealing with him then, and he was so fucking sure.
He was gloating
that he was going to get out.
How could I forget that? I mean, that was the year we visited his mom in Rochester. Now he's coming up again next year. You know what I don't understand? What the fuck's changed? Nothing's changed from 7 years ago.
No.
All right.
No, not 14 years. Did he come up in 20? I think he might have come up in 2017. Does he come up every 7? I know we're talking about 2010 because you were dealing with him then, and he was cocky. But did he come up in 2017, you think? You had already written him off by then, but he may have. We'll have to check that out.
Yeah.
But anyway, this is 14 years later.
Yeah, and he's coming up next year.
Yes.
So this monster, right, he never needs to get out of prison. There is no doubt in my incredibly brilliant mind that he would kill again.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
without a doubt.
I know, right?
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. So I knew this piece of shit had something to say about this. So I went through the 2010 letters with this man right here. And here it is. This is Kenneth Bianchi, one of the Hillside Stranglers, at his best. I'm the smartest man in the fucking room rants. Dad, could you please read what he wrote?
Yeah, I'd be happy to.
All right.
This letter was from Bianchi. It's dated September 2nd, 2010. I really appreciate your calls to Mom, and she is so pleased to hear from you. On August 18th, 2010, I had a telephone hearing with the California Board of Parole Hearings. They didn't grant parole, and for over 1 hour, this loud presiding commissioner launched into a personal tirade about me. He, his words and actions, and the deputy district attorney, who did likewise, not only violated multiple terms of the plea agreement, contract, and due process, but also other laws, rules, and codes. Also, the LA Sheriff's Department messed up in their letter by opposing and denying suitability parole, which also violated multiple terms of the plea agreement.
This man cannot use the word violated.
Yeah, for sure. Good point.
Good point, right?
Yes.
And the only thing that really concerns me about him getting paroled is he lives in that fucking liberal powder puff state.
And it's not California.
And it's not California.
No. Not even the state. It's the world we live in now. It's the things that are going on in our legal system. It's the people they're letting out. It concerns me too. That's the reason. Because things aren't what they used to be, are they?
No.
But this guy can't get out, man. Anyway, back to the letter. Finally, they all went too far and gave me new, correct grounds to challenge my convictions and the hearing in the court. I just have to wait for the transcript to be sent to me from the record and a letter from the lawyer representing me at the hearing. You should have heard this loud. I was outraged. So that's what it says.
How about the 12 and 14-year-old girl you raped and killed?
That's kind of an outrage, isn't it?
Exactly.
Fucking piece of shit. Your friend always, Ken.
Hey, that reminds me of the old days. David Gore.
Yes. Your best friend, David. What did you think of that, Tone? What do you think of that letter? Huh?
Well. Little Kenny. You're so smart, aren't you? At least you think you are. I'll tell you what I think, Dad. Why don't we put his fucking wimp ass in population and let the big dogs take care of him? Huh? How about that? Or how about this? How about we fucking shut the cameras off, go into his cell in the middle of the fucking night and reenact Jeffrey Epstein's fate on him? That's not a bad idea.
I like the way you think.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
I like it too. I like you.
I love you, pal.
I love you, pal. Hey.
Okay.
Let's see the letter, you guys. Let's see the letter. Right? That was written on August 2010. And here we are in June of 2024. And you're still in fucking prison, Kenny. Huh? You're still in fucking prison. What's wrong with that? Nothing.
Nothing at all.
Nothing at all.
The smartest man in the room.
Mm-hmm.
He's still sitting there.
Yeah. And he's still the smartest man in the room.
Oh, he thinks.
Oh, yeah.
No, he didn't change.
He hasn't changed.
Mm-mm.
He hasn't fessed up. You see, Kenny, you slaughtered 12 young, beautiful women. You stole their lives from them and their families. And no one will ever forget that. So no matter how many times you say you're innocent, it doesn't change the fact that you, Kenny, are a convicted piece of shit, narcissistic serial killer.
Can I point out one thing?
Just let me calm down,
Okay.
please.
He wasn't convicted. He admitted it.
Oh.
He admitted to guilt. We wrote the wrong fucking word down. He wasn't convicted. He wasn't convicted by a jury of his peers because he knew he was going to be on that gurney. So he took the plea deal. And we'll get into all this later. But it makes you know how I feel about plea deals.
Me too.
The bullshit easy way out for the DA,
Yeah.
but not for the victims' families.
No. You're right, though. He wasn't convicted.
No.
Because he admitted to guilt
Yes.
and to fucking throw his cousin under the bus.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh.
To save himself from the death penalty.
Mm. And now he gets to fucking sit on protective custody? Like a
you
Boy
were
Scout?
right.
What?
Put his wimp ass out there in the main, in the yard.
Yeah. Allow
Mainstream.
15, 20 gangsters to blow through that asshole of his.
And then blow his head off.
Yeah. One of the detectives that worked the case was asked what he thought of you. And he summed it up beautifully. Bianchi is a lying piece of garbage. And if it were possible, I would go to the prison, jump the wall, and put a bullet right through his fucking head.
Yes.
Bob
Grogan.
Grogan.
It was either one. It was Bob Grogan or, what was this? Frank Salerno.
Yes.
Who also took down Ramirez. I think they might have both said it in their own way, but I think Bob Grogan gave us that classic line that you just said on the television, right,
On the
Tony?
television, yeah, you could see it. Yeah, I mean, we didn't make this up.
No.
We couldn't make up something that good.
And you know, so even in Bellingham, Washington, and things were a lot different back then, there was detectives saying this was a death penalty case, and the one guy said when he was watching Ken go through all of his bullshit with the psychiatrist, he wanted to shoot him right through the glass. Right through the glass. This is in Washington.
Mm.
'Fuck. Unbelievable. You know what? He's a primary psychopath, and we're going to learn what that is a little later from Jim Fallon. He is a primary psychopath. That means he was natured and nurtured.
Yes. Which,
Yeah.
and I mean, that's a rare combination.
Yes.
To
Yeah.
make one of those people.
Yeah. And he can't be fixed.
Oh, no.
You know, he's a bedwetter, and we'll prove it.
Bedwetter.
Bedwetter. And we will prove it.
Yeah, but
You know that?
my brother Joey wet the bed till he was like fucking 15. He doesn't kill people.
Oh. You always got to throw him under the bus, don't you? These are things people shouldn't know.
They shouldn't, should
No.
they? No. I'm just kidding, Joe.
But
you're an easy target, though.
But serial killers, right? They have these weird... Bedwetting is one of them. He was a bedwetter. We'll prove it. He's a compulsive fucking liar. His mother said that when he was 2 years old. He was a fucking compulsive liar. He lies about everything. He lies when he doesn't need to lie. We'll prove it. He's a con man and a manipulator. Major con man and manipulator. And we'll prove that. And that goes all the way back to when he was in fucking school. Sexual deviant. He was that too.
Well, so am I.
And we will prove it. Ignore him. You are something.
I'm sorry.
And he's a thief. And we'll prove that. A lot of them were thieves.
Mm.
He was a thief. Most of all, this piece of fucking garbage is a woman hater.
Oh,
Major woman hater. And we will prove that. Because this is a trial.
it is a trial.
Yes.
This is going to be a very weird season. Not only because I'm in it, but because of the material that, we're covering. You have a guy that called me a lot, sent me letters, introduced me to his mother, and shared his inner thoughts and life stories with me. I became close with his mom through many phone calls and a visit to Rochester. We flew from fucking Vegas to Rochester. But that was all when we were doing Arthur Shawcross, too.
The great art.
The great art. Oh. The closer our relationship became, the more holes I could see in Ken and his mom's relationship. It was weird. Very weird. I hate to admit this, but he is a pretty intelligent person, and he'll make sure he constantly reminds you of that. Like, if you're talking to somebody who went to Harvard, within the first 5 minutes of your conversation, they'll fucking make sure they tell you and remind you that they went to Harvard. Like, who fucking cares? He's also a very talented artist and sent me several pieces of artwork. Good stuff.
Yes.
He's really good.
Yeah.
All in all, as you listen to him, you will think he could have been very successful. And that's true. He could have been
Oh, yeah.
but there was one big problem. Ken Bianchi is a stone cold, ruthless killer. He is a textbook sociopath. hiding behind a permanent mask. His narcissism is off the charts. And when you meet him and look into those cold, dark eyes, you'll realize he's a demon. Unlike the other killers we have covered, Gore, Clark, Shawcross, Hansen, and Matheny, they all admitted their guilt, some even taking great pleasure in talking about their murders. Not Kenneth Bianchi, fucking Boy Scout. He has never owned up to his crimes, even though he pleaded guilty and testified against his cousin, Angelo Bono, in order to get the death penalty off the table. That's where he's a real fucking weasel.
Yeah.
You know? A real rat. A real rat bastard.
Yeah.
Bianchi is also a coward. He's of the lowest form of coward that has never manned up to the terrible crimes he committed.
Great job, buddy.
Thanks.
Great job.
It's just emotion takes you over when you're dealing and you're talking about these guys.
I know it. But this timing is perfect, isn't it? Us doing this. Because remember, the asshole is coming up for parole again in 2025.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll be interesting to see at the end of the season what our Murderphoniacs think of Ken Bianchi.
Not
guilty
much.
Or not guilty, or he should be shot right where he lays in his cell. You'll probably know where we stand, but don't let it influence you. Remember, Tony dealt with this guy for a long time, so he's heard it all. Now, here's one of his letters. It's dated December 19, 2008, which will give everyone a small preview of what he's like. Dear Tony, I have varied music tastes that never include rap or hip hop. Why are you laughing?
I just go ahead.
All right.
Just the way he is.
Yes. I have varied music tastes that never include rap or hip hop. No, it doesn't, Kenny. But I grew up with big band music like Duke Ellington and Lawrence Welk. Well, wait a minute. Wait a minute, Kenny. Did you? I was born in 1947, folks. He was born in 1951. I didn't fucking listen to Lawrence Welk. Maybe that's why I'm not a serial killer. You know, they tied me up. They made me listen to them. Like, I would be tied to a chair. Hey, I gotta watch Lawrence Welk tonight. 1 and 2, and I can still hear the polka music going on and on and on in my mind. But Ken, he grew up with it, even though he's younger than me. Fucking, oh. I'm sorry, Lawrence, wherever you are. I know you're not with us, but your music sucked, buddy. All right, I'll get on with it. His music tastes get better.
That was awesome.
Thank you.
That was awesome.
I couldn't help it.
Uh-huh.
I saw that Lawrence Welk and it just triggered me. Okay.
Oh.
Then Elvis. And Elvis should not be in the same sentence as Lawrence Welk, guys.
Shouldn't be on the
He's
same
a
fucking
king.
page.
Right. And Ken Bianchi shouldn't even be allowed to write his name. Or Roy Orbison. He loved that. The Motown sound. Then the British invasion. I also like Dolly Parton, Charlie Daniels, Dean Martin, Frank Sinatra, Tony Bennett, Connie Francis.
Oh, my God.
Oh, what a voice. Like an angel.
She's got the voice of an angel.
Doesn't
It's
she?
funny sometimes when we're driving, you know, I'm driving, And if Connie Francis comes on in that voice, I go to my dad. Oh, take the wheel. Take the wheel.
Okay. And then he threw Peter Frampton in here and so many others. So, all right. Thanks, Ken. In high school, I sang in the varsity choir. I sang in a band called Classical Gas. And before that, I played the bugle, that's more like it, in the Squires Drum and Bugle Corps. That's the extent of my music career. Creepy smiley face.
Yeah, because I moved on to choking girls out, and raping them.
After he got done with the music career, he learned how to make a garrote.
A garrote.
Yeah. Okay, the art piece you just received really has no story. It was simply a concept involving a number of visual ideas, contrasting reality. It's called Two Worlds. The black and white portion contains a scene with plants and growth, some real fiction portraying the untamed natural landscape in the foreground, and a color scene representing a human-made world. The bird from the color scene is bringing beauty, a life in a more warm, ordered form. I drew that with the thought to let the viewer decide or interpret what it all means. Maybe subconsciously I was injecting some symbolism related to my situation. It's hard to believe that this guy can paint the way he paints and describe something like that, because if you read between the lines, we know what it meant. We know what Ken is talking about when he says, related to my situation. It's part of his whine. Because remember, we talked to him about that. With the one world was beautiful, but where he's at, it's terrible.
Yeah.
Well, it should be.
It should be.
Tony, there is a right principle that never seemed to apply in my case. And many wrongs took place to get me convicted. Since that lawyer delayed me over 6 months, I am back to writing the court in LA archives, my 32nd time.
Stop. Oh, yeah, right?
Yeah.
Just like fucking Haddon.
Yeah.
When he writes a grievance.
Grievance, yeah.
You know, they don't even fucking, excuse me, they don't even fucking look at it, right?
No.
They just like.
Right in the circular file.
Right into the fucking trash.
Fucking right.
Exactly.
And that's where these go 32 times.
Do you feel sorry for him?
No, not even in the least.
No, that he had to write it 32 times?
Not hardly.
No.
To try and get those 25 transcripts pages verified and certified from Angelo's trial, where I threw my cousin under the bus to get off. Oh, doesn't say that. I was just kind of throwing that in.
Throwing that in?
Yeah. The archives just keeps ignoring my inquiries, so I must just keep fighting.
Is it
Your friend always, Ken?
What do you think, Dad? Like a guy like Ken, where does he think that those inquiries go? Does he think they actually look at it and take it fucking serious?
No, he is a smart guy, so I'm sure he does. Well, maybe he does. He thinks he's so fucking brilliant that he can pull the wool over their eyes. I think.
And does he, and like Haddon Clark, all right? Does Haddon think that they actually take him serious when he files 20 grievances in a month? He's not as smart, though, as Ken.
Do you take a guy seriously that wears a dress and a wig when he's digging a grave?
Hey.
Do you?
Listen, I wanted to mention that.
Well,
Dad, do you know what I like better than all the other assholes I've befriended? It's the fact that Haddon Clark liked to dress like a woman. Yeah. No, don't laugh. I find that sexy. I find that sexy. The fact that he loves to wear women's undergarments, panties. I find that sexy. And then when he puts the fucking wig on, that tops it off. Right?
I guess you do like it then.
I do. I like
and you
it.
do take it seriously.
I do take it seriously.
And you take him seriously.
I take him seriously.
And you'd probably read the grievances. He should have you on the parole board.
He always sends us a copy of his grievances.
Yes, he does.
Well, listen, before we go, let's play a sample of Bianchi's phone call. All right? So everyone knows what I put myself through for years. For fucking years. I had to listen to this asshole for 20 minutes at a time. This is from the first call I ever received from Kenny. Okay. I know you're going to hate this asshole. Maybe after the first minute, you're going to want to drive into a wall or a tree that's close by and just end it all. Don't do it. Because if you do that, he wins. If you kill yourself, Kenneth Bianchi wins, and you become the 13th victim. I suffered for 7 fucking years. You hear that? 7 years.
Is this Ken?
Yes, who is this?
This is Tony, Ciaglia.
Hi, Tony. How are you?
I'm good.
Good.
Hey, you called?
So how's everything going?
Everything's going really good.
Good. You just get home or something?
The reason I'm out of breath?
Sounds like you ran home or something.
No, the phone is upstairs.
Oh, uh-huh.
Yeah, and I had to run upstairs to get it, and I'm kind of out of shape. Actually, I'm very out of shape, and the doctor keeps telling me, you got to get more exercise.
Gotta do more exercise, yeah?
Yeah.
Exercise is so important, you know. It really is.
Yeah.
Keeps your body in balance, keeps everything in balance and stuff.
Are you in good shape?
No, heck no. I used to be for a long time, and I haven't done much of anything for the last 2 years or so or anything.
Yeah.
I'm not way out of shape, but I'm not in, just not fun anymore.
I'm glad you called.
Yeah.
So is everything going okay?
Yeah.
Where you're at?
How about you? Everything going okay?
Yeah, things are going good.
Your family okay?
Yeah, they're great. My dad's on his way home right now.
Oh?
Yeah, he's playing poker.
Ah, he's playing poker. Well, he's in the right place to do that.
Yeah. At least it's legal here, right?
Yeah, absolutely. All over the place. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All over there. Yeah.
I mean, he likes, this is how he relaxes, like after work, because we all work together, right, at the mortgage bank, and this is how he relaxes afterwards. Like he'll go play poker, like in a tournament or cash games, stuff like that.
You know, he's doing something that he obviously really loves, and stuff.
And he's good at it too.
Which helps the mental health, and that's the bonus, that you're good at it.
Yeah. You know about my mental health, right? The accident and all that.
Yes.
Well, I got good news.
What's the good news?
I'm getting off of some of my medicines that have been in my body for over 10 years now. Because
off the medicine?
I'm getting off a few of them, yes.
Oh, well, that'll make your life better.
Yeah, I'm quite excited for it because I've been showing the doctors that, I've been behaving, my temper is not quite as bad as it used to be, let's say, and I'm doing really well. I'm feeling well. And
Oh, that's terrific.
so that's like very big news going on in my life.
Well, that's terrific because, you know, medication itself, all medications, no matter how good they are or what kind of job they're doing, have side effects. And when you mix them together, then it has additional side effects, and suddenly the quality of your life isn't, you know, what it should be. And But this is good.
Yeah.
Really good news. Well, you should be happy. That's terrific.
You ever seen the Green River Killer walking around there?
Who? No. I don't even know who that is.
Gary Ridgway?
Who that is?
Gary Ridgway?
No.
No.
There's nobody like that in here. No, he's probably either out at IMU, which is outside the walls, or on death row, which is outside the walls, or no.
Okay.
Yeah, or he didn't. If I've got the right guy, and I don't pay much attention to that stuff, didn't he also have something pending in Oregon or someplace, Idaho or someplace else?
Yeah, I believe he did.
Yeah, they may. Whoever, if that is, then then they may have. You know, I have no idea. I have no idea. Like I was saying, is you were like my dad and my stepdad. They were two terrific men. I couldn't have been more. I couldn't have been more blessed. And I have a stepbrother, Michael. I have a stepbrother, Jimmy, and then I have a stepsister, Babe.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Did they stay in touch with you, Ken?
Huh?
Did they stay in touch with you?
No, but it's a long-ass story. It has nothing to do with me. No, I was in touch with my stepbrother until he married some gal down south whose father is a ex-cop and stuff. And in fact, nobody's heard from him since he married her, and he met her online. He worked for Kodak. He met her online. He married her. He moved down south to like Virginia or Kentucky or wherever and stuff. Nobody's heard from him since then and stuff.
Condescending piece of shit. Hey. I think I just said that a little bit ago about how much he pissed me off. And after I got off the phone with him, I would always have to go like debrief and lay it on my dad and say, why do I do this? Why do I do this? And you guys listening to him, you got to get a bit of the fact that he's a personal trainer. He's a psychiatrist. He's a pharmacist. Blah, blah, blah.
All things to all people. That was him. And Tony wasn't going through the best times because he was trying to come off medicine. And he'd have to come to me after every fucking call. I'd see Bianchi, and sometimes I'd just pick up the phone and hang it up. Fuck him. You know, it wasn't worth it. And what about when you asked about the Green River Killer? No, I don't know. I don't know anybody like that. There's nobody like that in here. What the fuck? Is that a country club? Or is it a prison? What do you mean there's nobody like that? Where's he going to be? He's in that prison, Ken, you fucking piece of shit. If you listen closely to him, you hear him as he's saying it. I don't know the guy. No, I don't know him. I don't know him. He fades out saying it.
Because it's such a liar tone.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
It's just terrible. Terrible. Oh.
Yeah.
You want to take this? Or,
No.
Oh, Tony, yeah, you asked him, right?
Uh-huh.
He asked him, does the step family stay in touch with you, Kenny? No. It's a long story. It has nothing to do with me. Really? It has nothing to do with you. You killed 12 women. You're in prison for killing 12 women. And your stepbrother married a girl whose father's an ex-cop. And you don't think it has maybe a little bit to do with you? Maybe? What do you think, Kenny? What do you think? You're on trial, Kenny. And we know what the verdict is already. But that's how he plays, the innocent victim. He is the innocent. Every fucking phone call, it always comes back to him. Had nothing to do with me. Nothing. Fuck you.
Mm-hmm. He's been in what, 40 years?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, he's a good liar.
Yeah.
But obviously it didn't work. He's been in prison.
Polished. He's been lying since he was 2.
Gosh.
He's 73 now. Fuck.
Yeah. Well, everybody. Yes. That's about all of Bianchi I can take for one day. Next week, we'll cover the early years, and you'll get to meet Francis Bianchi. Trust me, you won't want to miss this.
No way.
It's a wrap. As always, take care, stay safe, and remember, always walk in the calm after the storm.
Great to be back. Right?
Great to be back. Oh, one more thing. Don't jack off in a public theater. It didn't work. It didn't work for Pee Wee Herman.